he's so much more poised with the ball in his hands, I believe. I mean, we got one double in on him that worked worth a darn, and the rest of them didn't even get there. He seems very in control out there, and the impact he had on this game goes far bigger than the stat sheet. He got my pretty good center, who's going to be an all-conference caliber player in all kinds of foul trouble tonight. So, there are very few teams out there in college basketball across the way that play through their center. I had one once at North Dakota State where we played through our center. And in today's dribble drive era, that's a rarity.
Does that make it harder to kind of prepare for?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. They do a nice job of mixing in dribble drive stuff with just pounding it down low. And it was very effective tonight. I thought on top of that, in today's game, I'm trying to figure out if it's us or if it's them with these fouls. We'll play one night and not get any.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the next night, this is our second game where we've had around 40 free throws shot by the other team. And then we've had games where it's been 6. I get games differ in style and things like that, but I'm having a hard time with that right now. And I can't wait to look at the tape and figure out where we erred on the side of committing those fouls so we can correct them.
It felt like it got really choppy in that second half.
Really choppy.
It was like one possession foul.
It just sucks the life out of the building.
Yeah.
Now, okay, if it's a directive and it's staying, I got to get better at teaching it. But like I say, we played a pretty good dribble drive team last game and did a great job of keeping them off the line.
I mean, do you have to change, I guess, how you play?
Well, like I say, it did on a given night. Yes, maybe. They really got us on our heels right off the bat with all the threes. Armstead, who's been struggling, hits a couple, and then Marek hits 2. The first one stayed on the rim for about 16 minutes on that second hop. If they're going to shoot threes at that percentage, then they're going to have their options in terms of what they do offensively. And I know for a fact that we didn't do a very good job of contesting some of those. Our hands were down early. I wouldn't say in some cases that was our biggest emphasis coming into the night. We actually tried to emphasize driving line and containing Merrick and offensive rebounds. But it certainly ended up being something that got us.
It was the type of game who was going to make the last run.
Yeah.
Shape it.
Yeah, I mean, how many lead changes were there?
About 6 minutes left, they kind of pulled away, and then just couldn't catch it.
Yeah, we went into that last media, and we were still within striking distance. And then I think the play that really broke our back, we got one stop, and on the next possession defensively, we get a block. We block a shot, and the ball kind of bounces its way out to the corner, and their guy's standing there on the arc and knocks it in. And I think that epitomizes the night in a lot of ways. They made the hustle plays they needed to make, and we were just short on that end. Yeah. I mean, that's you're looking for any kind of crack, any kind of something that you can exploit to try to crawl your way back into that game, and we made a pivotal error when we let the kid go coast to coast. One of my freshmen thought he was supposed to foul, and he was in no way supposed to foul there. And best thing about freshmen is they become sophomores, right? No, the kid's a really smart kid. He was trying to make a play to win the game, but not only did he not get the foul, the guy goes coast to coast, gets an and one, and that door closes a little bit more. Then you get an and one out of Duran. You get some things happen where you're still hanging around a little bit, but alas, if they're going to go 2 points on every possession at the free throw line, then you're not going to be able to crawl back. I mean, you got to get some empty possessions for them. So if we foul, they got to miss 2 free throws once in a while. But that situation, yeah, it was kind of the final of a whole coffin full of nails. You know, I think you're going to look at this game in the stat sheet, and it doesn't really, probably doesn't look like it looked in person. But I'm sure as heck more interested in trying to squeak out a win at the end than keep a score close. That doesn't interest me at all. I don't have any interest in having good-looking losses in the final ledger.
The match's gonna be like that this year.
Yeah. Oh, boy, do I ever. I think you're going to see fist fight all night, every night. And metaphorically speaking, of course, I'm not advocating fist fights for MAC basketball. Yeah, it's going to be. There aren't going to be a lot of breathers out there. I think there's a lot of legitimately good teams, and I don't think there's a lot of bad teams.